Hi everyone. I see we have a few attendees already, so I'm just going to start the webinar off. If anybody happens to join after we start, don't worry, you're also welcome to go and download this video with the link that we will send you afterwards. So welcome to today's webinar. It's going to be on the feature of the filters on Veculim, how to use the filters in order to get the information that you want to see. So today I'm going to focus mostly on the jobs all window, which everybody should have. The Light Plus and Pro guys all should have this window. So we're going to focus a little bit on here. So I'm just going to click on the jobs all window, which is our little hard hat there. And then that will open the jobs all browse all job cards window for you. I'm just going to enlarge this a bit. Right, so as you all know, this is the window where you can go and view all the jobs, whether they are currently in progress, what still needs to be invoiced, everything that's already been invoiced. It will give you a list of all the job cards, the detail below, and then also a little bit of an analysis on the right-hand side. So we're not going to focus too much on all of that information today. So we're talking about the filters. Now, before I start showing you everything wonderful and weird that you can do on this window, basically the filters and the sorting by headers and all of that I'm going to show you today has to do with the fact that once you get onto this window, there's a lot of information, but it happens that everybody's in a hurry. So you either just want to see, for example, you're searching for a quote by VIN number, or you're searching for a job that you've invoiced, or what specific dates these jobs were created, or whatever you might be looking for. So we make it a little bit easier for you to find that information by using the different features that we will be discussing today. So to start us off, I'm going to look at the show icons on the left-hand side here. Now we've developed a little bit of a quicker sort feature for you. So for example, if you take a look at the icon that I'm hovering my mouse over at the moment, those are all the jobs that have been invoiced. Now to use these show icons in the manner that we're going to do today, if I right click on that icon, you will only see all the jobs on the list that have already been invoiced. All right. If I do right click on it again, it brings back everything as it was. Not necessarily everything you have, meaning listing all the show icons. If you previously had it to, for example, not view the comeback job cards, and I now click on the same icon to see all the jobs that have been invoiced, if I right click on it again, it will still not show the comeback job cards. So whatever you had before you right clicked on that icon, just to make that clear. Now you'll see once I do this, I'm just going to right click on it again. You have two different groups of show icons, so to say, on your left hand side here. So the first ones are all the status of the job card. So what status the job card is in, we can call that group 1. And then group 2 will be the last 3 icons you see here. So basically whatever is quoted and done on this job card to do with labor, paint and parts. Now if I leave this list as is to see all the jobs that have been invoiced, even though you can't see these little icons on the left hand side, you'll see that if I right click on the labor man to just see that one, nothing changes. If I click on the parts, nothing changes. If I click on paint, you will see some of the jobs disappear. So what's been done is I basically want to view all the jobs that have been invoiced that now has paint on it. So for example, it might still have labor and parts on it, but you're still interested in which one of those have paint on it. So again, once you want to go back to what you saw, so you right click on that one, which will bring back all of those. And if I right click on this one, it will take it back to everything that you would have seen before. So that is just a little bit of a quicker way to filter through the information of what you're looking for. The other thing that we're going to discuss is this little save button on the left-hand side. So obviously you all know if you make a selection now and you want to view certain things, when you close the window and you come back, then it gives you all the information again. So all the records for that at that specific time. However, if you click on, let's say for example, we want to see all the jobs that now still need to be invoiced, but they've been completed. So we right click on that one. If that is all that you want to see when you go into the Jobs All window from now until whatever time and you want to save that setting, then you can go and click on the Save button on the left-hand side. Not right-click, you click on it like normal, so you save it. Once that's done and I go out, whenever I go back in, you will see that it will only list your saved settings for records you want to view. Right, now to get the Save button sort of unsaved, we're going to click on it again. You'll need to close the window, go back in. You will then again see all the records that are available for you to see. All right, that's the Save button. Then using the headers as well to filter. So remember what I'm telling you now is features that you can use on most of our windows, whether it's Jobs in Progress, this Job Cards All window, the Quotes window specifically. I know you are looking for certain information, the Order window if you are on the Plus level. So lots of the different windows you can use the same features. Now, if you click on any specific header here to look for something specific, so if you're searching for a job, for example, and you click on the header and I type job number 24, and it's going to highlight job number 24 for me here. All right. If I am searching for a specific vehicle, for example, you can simply click on the header. It will sort it. Okay, so choosing any of the headers to search for your information is a different way, just a different way of finding the record that you're looking for. So you can use the registration number column, you can use the vehicle column, you can use the job date, for example, if you're looking for a specific job. Any of those, on most of our windows, you can use the same feature. All right, then on a little bit to the top over here, in the middle, you'll see that there's also a date range filter, which we're going to make use of just now. But to include our date range filter selection here, you can now choose a date to view all the jobs either created in that specific period, or if I click on the drop-down menu here, you'll see it can either be when you created the job cards, when it was booked in, or also the last selection when it was completed. So based on any of those three status of the jobs, or what was done to the job, you can then choose the date range to view the records for. So for example, if we leave it on created and you click on the little magnifying glass, which will then take you to the date range selection, and we put in, remember this is an older demo data set, so I'm going to put in April 2018 to June 2018, which will then just bring up those two records for me. Now if I want to go and clear the dates and view all the information again, you can just make use of this little button here, which will clear the selection, and you have all the records available to view again. So that is your date range selection. You can also, like I said, use the time that it's booked in on or complete it for the job different selections for that specific date range. All right. That covers most of the filters and selections that you can make and just how to use these ones. So I just want to take us to the quote window quickly in order to do one or two things over there. So I'm going to click on the quotes window here. So this is where a lot of the guys will sit and a lot of them scroll through all the records. And remember that all the quotes you've ever created, unless we put a different filter on to not show all the quotes from a specific date, everything you do will be on this list. So you can imagine that it gets quite long and there's a lot of information on it. So whatever you're looking for, that's why we're giving you the different options. So on the left hand side here, again at the top, you'll see the show icons. Again, you can use all your filters. So I know a lot of the guys will search by the VIN number or the registration number if they're looking for a specific vehicle. If we click on the header of vehicles, it'll sort it alphabetically, and if we now put in Suzuki, for example, it will go straight to any cars listed under the S. So Suzuki is the one I typed in, and it will then highlight this specific record for me. Now, if you want to sort or search by registration number, let's say we're looking for that CB registration number, you just start typing and it will then bring up that specific record. So whatever you're looking for, you can use the headers as well. And using the same process that we did on the jobs all window, using the quotes window, for example, let's say you just want to view the finalized quotes and also the approved or assessed quotes. So those two together, you can then list that in the list. You'll see that it automatically selects everything in group 2 for you again. Now you can see the group 2 show icons on the quotes window here. So you'll be able to see that all of them have paint, labor, and parts. So whatever we deselect, it's not going to make any difference to any of these quotations. However, though, if I do go out, I don't want to save anything, I go back into the quotes window and I right click on this little block here, which will show us all the quotes we've created with a 0 value. Now if I right click just on that one, which is one of the icons in group 2, you'll see that it will list all the different status of quotes, but while still having a 0 amount. So it depends on your selection what Veculim will give you and sort it by. All right. I believe I've covered everything regarding the filters, and I'm really hoping that it helps you guys a little bit. Do you have any questions? I think I've unmuted everybody. I'm going to unmute you quickly, and should you have any questions, you're welcome to speak to me, or you can type a question for me and we'll go through them. Nobody? All right. Well, like I said, we are going to list the webinar on the YouTube channel as well as probably put it on our website. So if you are looking to take a look at it at your own pace and time again, you're welcome to do so. Please join us again in about 2 weeks for a different webinar on another feature, and we hope to see you there. Thank you. Bye.